I'm super excited because in today's video we're making a Brussels sprout salad. Now I was never really a fan of Brussels sprouts, but the way that we make them in this salad with the creamy sauce and the way my mom makes them are so good, and I really love these Brussels sprouts. So we're going to show you how to make them because trust me, they are so delicious.
Absolutely. And I was super excited to come up with this recipe and be able to share it with you. And I was even more excited that Minnie over here approved the Brussels sprouts. Absolutely, Minnie approved Brussels sprouts. The first thing you're going to want to do is take those Brussels sprouts and wash them. After you've done that, you're going to cut the ends off and any dark parts that you see, and then cut the rest of the Brussels sprout in half. You're going to go ahead and do that until you're done with all the Brussels sprouts. These are so good and creamy and delicious. I cannot wait for you to try them. Now that your Brussels sprouts are cut, you're going to go ahead and grab your baking sheet and some parchment paper. Make sure to line the bottom of your baking sheet with the parchment paper so that the Brussels sprouts don't burn and it's easy to transfer later. Start with the Brussels sprouts cut side up. The next thing we're going to do is get a sweet onion. You could also use a white onion if you don't have a sweet onion, but I really like the flavor of the sweet onion. Go ahead and cut about 2 to 3 pieces off of the sweet onion and cut them into quarters. Before you put your onions onto the tray, you're going to lightly spray the tops of the Brussels sprouts with some olive oil, sprinkle with some salt, and some garlic powder. Now you're going to flip the Brussels sprouts over so the cut side is down on the parchment paper so they caramelize while they're cooking. We're going to go ahead and flip them all and then add the onions now. Evenly distribute the sweet onions all over the baking sheet so they cook evenly as well. They're so delicious and flavorful with these Brussels sprouts. I highly recommend using the sweet onions. If you don't have them, you can use the white onions, but honestly, you're in for a treat with these fresh sweet onions. You're going to go ahead and do the same on this side. Lightly spray them with olive oil, a little bit of salt, and garlic powder. Look how good those look. And into the oven they go. Now for our sauce that we're going to put on top of those Brussels sprouts. Go ahead and do 1/4 cup of zero-fat Greek yogurt, 1 tablespoon of mayonnaise, and 2 teaspoons of stone ground mustard. You're going to want to mix that up thoroughly. This is so good. Don't be fooled by the simplicity of the ingredients because this adds so much flavor and so much creaminess and deliciousness. You're not going to believe it. Look how great these look. They're perfectly roasted Brussels sprouts. I like to let them cool on the parchment paper for about 10 minutes before I mix them into the bowl. But you can also take them and put them in the bowl warm, and they're also really great out of the refrigerator. So these Brussels sprouts are perfect any way you make them. Go ahead and add your sauce in now and mix. You can enjoy them now warm, which I love to do, and like I said, they're great the next day cold. Either one is awesome. We also like to add bacon, so we've mixed in the bacon at the end. So delicious with these Brussels sprouts. I can't wait for you to try these.
We really hope you enjoyed these Brussels sprouts as much as I do. And if you make these Brussels sprouts or any of our other great recipes, make sure to tag us on Instagram at www.healthyfoodiegirl. And thanks so much for watching.
Keep cooking!